Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Kalei. I am testing out a new way of producing videos. I am super excited to do this video for you because this is just testing. So I am going to be doing my makeup. I already did my hair yesterday and I just took it out of its braids and we're just gonna dive right into makeup. I haven't done a really good tutorial, in my opinion, for a while. And if you hear background noise, that is my daughter. So today I am going to be using Scott Barnes palette. I've been using this a lot. You can tell by the look of it. These are warm tones. I love a warm tone palette. I love the way that my eyes look with it. I have dark brown eyes, so I feel like it's very flattering. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Let's Do Retro with this little loose fluffy brush. I'm gonna put this into the crease as a wash of color. I never really use eyeshadow primer unless I'm doing like maybe a smoky eye or if I'm gonna be out in like heat and humidity all day. But for the most part, I just skip eyeshadow primer. But if you like eyeshadow primer and you need it, definitely go for it. I also have a breakout happening from my masks there. Thumbs up if you deal with masking, because I know I do. So I'm gonna use the same makeup brush. It has a dual end, so I'm gonna do as much as I can with just this brush. In real life, that's what I'm really doing. I'm gonna pick up the shade Woody, which is this brown shade. And I'm gonna use the flat end of the brush. And these shadows are a little drier. The shimmers and stuff are pretty creamy, but for the most part, these are a little bit drier, but they still blend and they're soft and they look great. If you pat your shadow, you get more of a intensity and a color. And like I said, you're gonna see some fallout from some of these shades in this palette. So just be warned, but I really do like this palette. Fallout really isn't a thing for me because I try to do my foundation after a shadow. Now I'm gonna take Brick House. And Brick House is like this reddy brown shade, and I really like the way that it looks on top of the Woody shade. It's just so pretty. So pick up a little bit of Brick House with that same brush and really just tap it in there. And this is just going to warm up the crease. I really like pencil brushes because it really pinpoints, it's a pencil, so it pinpoints where you want a shade. So I'm gonna pick up the shade Temptation, which is a deeper shade. It's just a rich color and it's so pretty mixed with Brick House and the other colors that I did. So we're just gonna intensify that lash line. And I can right away see a gradient of the color. It looks so much better doing it that way than just going in directly into the crease first. It looks more seamless. So I do want to let you know that I am filming this video for my site that will be relaunching very soon. I wanted to create all new fresh content on there for you. So this video will be a part of this. You're just seeing I'm just working out the kinks of like how I want it filmed. So I'm just gonna use it on you guys, and if you guys could thumbs up the video if you do like it, and if you have feedback on it, leave a comment down below and tell me the exact feedback that you would like to see, because I plan on posting a lot more on my website so you can see all my uploads, because I've been dealing with the whole YouTube not sharing the videos to my subscribers, and people will say like, I don't know if you upload anymore because I haven't seen your videos. Okay, so I really like the way that it looks because I am going to put a shimmer on top, and the shimmer I'm going to use is Silver Screen. This has been one of my favorite shadows from this palette. I use this shade the most because it's an interesting color combination. And it just looks like little stars on my eyes. So I'm just gonna put that right over the lid, and it's like, well, Kalei, you put the shadow there. Really, in person, you get to see the shadow underneath it, and it's so pretty. And it just dazzles. It's so pretty. I love it. I like to use a cotton round around my finger like this. And I just like to take my micellar water. The one I'm using right now is from Garnier. It's the vitamin C one, and it helps with brightening up the skin. And I'm just gonna clean up the shadow. Pressing into the skin too hard, you don't wanna do that because you're going to create a drag. Just be very gentle. So I have a few brow products that I'm going to use today to get the right tone because I ran out of the right tone brow product. So I'm gonna first go in with Precisely My Brow. And this brow product, I did not like at first. I didn't understand it. And then once I figured out how to use it and I made myself use it, I ended up loving it. And it's one of my favorite brow products to use now, especially because I don't have brow hairs in this area. And some of you who are new to my channel are probably like, what happened to your brow? Well, when you have babies, sometimes they snatch your edges and your eyebrows. When I had my eldest daughter, she took the back part of my hair so nobody could see it because I could just wear my hair down. With my current daughter, baby toddler, she took all of the edges, like my hair started falling out in the edges, and after I stopped nursing her, my brow fell out. This was like 2 years ago, and I've been struggling to grow it back. So I've been checking on like my health and my panels and my iron and all of that stuff, and all my levels are normal. So I just think it was just hormones. So I'm currently using a brow product from Vegamour. They're a newer brand to me. They reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to try their product, and I'm like, I'll try anything. So I've been using their advanced serum like 2 times a day, sometimes 1, but 2 times a day. And I do notice there is some brow kind of growing back, but I'm not gonna speak too soon. I'll keep using it, and hopefully I can give you a full review on it. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep it like that for now. Like I said, I'm gonna go back in. I most likely will be using this brow gel. This is the 24-hour brow setter by Benefit Cosmetics. And I love this brow gel. This is probably my favorite brow gel I've ever used. So I'm just gonna go in a little bit with that. This also helps the product to kind of grip on because it dries. So I like to just apply this right in here. So the mascara that I've been using like for such a long time, it feels like, is from Urban Decay. It's called their Lash Freak mascara, and I really like it because it's not waterproof, so I don't have to worry about my lashes falling out. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some of this on my lashes. It does come out a lot, like it can get clumpy, so I recommend wiping the end of your brush off and building up how much you want on as many lashes as possible. I don't use this for the lower lash line because I feel that my baby lashes underneath there, it's gonna be too clumpy. So I use a different one, but for the upper lashes, I really, really like it. And I don't even have to build up, like this is pretty much it. I'm using this NYX Cosmetics foundation brush. This is like such a really good brush. I think Jackie Aina loves this brush too, but it's so good. I have so many of them and I highly recommend them because it just applies the foundation so nice and it's fast. So the primer, I'm just using a moisturizer. I'm not even going to apply primer. It's cold outside, so I don't really have a need for primer. I have those breakouts happening right on my cheeks, so it's gonna protrude, but oh well. I miss wearing foundation, but because we're wearing masks, it's like, why? Because it's just gonna get all over my mask, and then it's been hot here, so it's gonna be steamy and gross, and I just don't like that. I have a mask tutorial, like literally how I've been doing my makeup. I really don't do this. This is just for fun. For my concealer, I'm gonna use the Boing Cakeless Concealer from Benefit Cosmetics. I really like this one. It actually feels very similar to, if you've tried Laura Mercier's concealer, it feels very similar to that. A little more coverage. We're gonna glam today. I'm gonna use a sponge because I haven't used a sponge in a while to blend in the foundation. For contour, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Match Stick in Truffle. I'm actually almost finished with it if you look at it. Like, it does not go up anymore. And I'm gonna bring the contour down because I have a big old forehead. It's more like a 7 head. And I'm just gonna bring it closer in. This is gonna give the illusion that my forehead is a little bit smaller, even though it's not. Proud of my forehead, okay? There's nothing I can do about it. So embrace it, girl, embrace it. For powder, I have been using Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder in the shade Honey. This is my shade. You guys know that I use translucent, but Honey has replaced translucent. Only for the fact that it looks a little more natural. It's cold outside, so this is not the time for me to bake. Typically when it's cold, I don't bake because I don't need my makeup to last. I'm not sweating, but even in the summertime, I just do like a light dust. But we gonna bake today. We gonna go all glam. Another thing that I've been using with Laura Mercier's Translucent Loose Setting Powder, but in the shade Medium Deep, is using this as a bronzer on my face. And that's because this is too dark for my skin. This is like more beachy, and I would have to be in the sun for a lot to be able to use this shade, which I have in the past. So I'm just gonna take a brush. This is a BH Cosmetics Studio Pro number 2 brush. And I use this for my bronzer all the time. I really, really like it. And I am just gonna use this as a bronzer where I put the contour. So just be careful, because remember I put my contour a little bit higher. So I'm just gonna dust this in. And it creates like this really nice soft bronze look. And because it is an actual skin tone, it looks more natural than it would if I would use a bronzer. And then if you want to brighten a little bit more, go back in with Honey. Because this is a finely milled light powder, you're not using as much as you think unless you continue to build. So I am gonna go in with blush. I'm using, it's this blush here. I've used it for a very long time. I don't remember who it's from. I think it's like a drugstore. I think it was Wet n Wild. This one, it's in my little compact. Go just a little bit. Make a stupid face. And this is also another key thing to do to erase or to not draw so much attention to acne or whatever, is if you use a little bit of blush onto the skin and then you do like fake little moles. I legit did have a mole there, like growing up, like right where one of them are. And I guess I used so much skincare stuff and it just went away. I don't know. I used to have a mole here too, and I don't know what happened to it. It just went away one day. So for my setting spray, I like to use a makeup primer spray. This is from JCat Beauty, and it's literally says a makeup primer spray, but I like to use it as a setting spray. And then I'm also gonna use a little bit of Pixie Beauty's Hydrating Milky Mist. I like to use their Glow Mist, but I'm out. So I like to do this before I put on lipsticks and like highlighter and stuff. I just feel like it looks a little bit better that way. So I'm gonna take this opportunity to pick up Silver Screen, which is that shimmer shade, and I'm just going to apply a little bit more onto the lid. Because I have that setting spray, it's allowing it to adhere because it's more of like a, not sticky, but it's a wet base For the highlight, we got to be careful with the placement because I do have a breakout there and you don't want to highlight that. So be very careful. I like to use Laura Mercier's, this is a cheek color brush. I'm gonna use my Pixie Beauty. This is beat up, and so like there's no point of me even having this anymore, but I'm gonna use it because I really do love it that much. It's the Glowy Gossamer Duo. I'm gonna take my favorite duo. This is Laura Mercier Velour Extreme Matte Lipstick in the shade Rock, lining my lips. And I like to go a little bit across my Cupid's bow. This is NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in London. I've been rocking with these lip creams since they came out. I'm gonna turn that pimple, both of them, into moles. So that is the look. This is what I'm rocking with today. I really like it. I really like how it turned out. I always really love using warm tones on my skin. I just feel like it works really well. I love how it pulls out the colors in my hair. I truly hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial. I know it's been a while since I've actually been on here doing that. And I know like they don't perform, but it's what I like to do. So I'm gonna keep doing it. And this is going to work great for my new website launch coming up very soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are not subscribed here on my YouTube channel to get notifications, definitely subscribe. Maybe every now and then you'll see me sprinkled in your uploads feed. You can also follow me on Instagram. I literally always post when I'm doing a video on there, and it will have like all the news on the website relaunch and anything else daily that I'm doing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one.